So MT Fest UK really came out of my ambition to do as much as I can to promote the notion of making new musicals and the people that create them. And I sometimes think audiences and even actors, creatives sometimes, feel like it's a bit of a mystery, the process that people undergo to create new musicals. And I thought, wouldn't it be a brilliant idea to do something where we try and demystify that, so we give people the opportunity to know what goes into making a new musical.
I think it's so exciting and so important for British musical theatre. It's so rare that we get an opportunity to be given these platforms, and I'm super excited to be part of it.
And as an actor, I think it's so exciting to be kind of one of the first people to put your slant on something. So that for me is really exciting, and I love new musical theatre work. I think it's fab, and to work with the writers and the people in the room while stuff's changing and getting chopped and changed, I think that's so exciting.
I am the writer-composer of a show called AA, which I wrote with John Dempsey, who did the book. It's a very simple concept. It's set at Christmas time. It's quite a troubled AA group. Act 1 is Christmas Eve, and Act 2 are the 7 nights up to and including New Year's Eve. So in a way, it's a group of individuals. It's their struggle to get through the week. That's the kind of meta story of it, and it's as simple as that in a way.
I need a coffee or two in the morning before I can do anything with my day. If I don't have it, I get very tense and my outlook on life goes from blue to grey. I need a coffee or two in the morning before I can get up and be on my way. If I don't have it, I get very tense and my outlook on life goes from blue to grey.
And the festival consists of 4 different strands. So the first strand is the taster menu, so that's 45-minute presentations of 8 musicals at different points in their life. So that could mean a commission from me, which is whereby I've taken a writer or a pool of writers and given them a subject matter and asked them to write something. Some of the shows have had Broadway outings, and perhaps it didn't quite work the first time, so they want to rework it. A whole host of a variety of different journeys. So there's 8 of those across the 2-week period. Then there is something called Tea for Two. I'm so lucky in my career that I have the opportunity to work with some of the industry giants, and that could be from casting, composers, agents, designers, and I have the most amazing chats with them. And I thought to myself, wouldn't it be brilliant if perhaps audiences, fellow creatives, got an insight to these conversations to talk about how a new musical is made. So one of them is with David Grimrod and Alistair Lindsay Renton. Now David is obviously one of the most prominent casting directors we have in this country. Alistair Lindsay Renton is an agent at Curtis Brown, and I thought, wouldn't it be great for audiences to understand that all of this happens behind the scenes before that musical is even on.
It's amazing because it is actually really cheap. It's so accessible to so many people that maybe wouldn't be able to come, or people that are travelling from far that have to spend a bit of money on their train, then the ticket for the show's not as expensive, so I think that's great as well. I actually really want to see the AA one after Sue's just sung because I thought it was hilarious.
So
She's
good.
brilliant, and how she sings like that at 11:30, I do not know.
Do you know what? I don't know anything about any of them, so I'm excited to just hear it. Because when I go and see shows for the first time, I try and avoid listening to it before, so that you get to experience it, you know, as a new thing. So, yeah, just any of it.
What I'm really, really excited about most of all is giving audiences the opportunity to see shows in their rawest form. And I think you can always tell whether a musical is a thing or not just by having the actors there with the books and reading the words, singing the music. And I'm really, really excited for audiences to have the opportunity to see these new musicals in their kind of crudest form, for us to know whether there's a thing there. And if I have my way, I'm going to invite every man and his dog to see them, with a view that we actually have a festival that gets this work on and actually gets it from an idea that someone's had to actually making it happen.
The AA sharing, as they're called, as we like to call them in the biz, you know, is on Monday the 11th, Tuesday the 12th, and twice on Wednesday the 13th.
My nightcap is the 14th of February at 9 o'clock. And it's going to be great. I'm very excited. Just singing some songs that I like to sing, and songs that hopefully I would like to sing if I were to get the show. So hopefully an eclectic mix.
My nightcap is the 12th of February at 9 p.m. They're throughout the whole MT Fest, so there's one every night with different actors. And Paul's given us categories of songs to sing, so something from a new show, something you want to do, something that you'll never get to do, something to give us a glimpse into your future.
If we're going to change the way new musicals are made, We have to work together. It's not a race and no one single person is going to do it. It's something that all of us are going to have to work hard for.